all right over here?
I'm doing
Have you
great.
been helped already?
I have.
You doing all right over here?
I'm doing
Have you
great.
been helped already?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, my friends. Hello, hello. Hello, Dee Dee. Hello, B. Hello, Callie. Hello, Tess. Hello, Bread. Hello, Fly. Alana, Elena, hi. Hello, Breezy. Hello, Christina. Hello, Kens. Hello, Carter. Hi. Chicken's good? Okay, good to know. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hi, everybody. We just got our tea delivered. Hello, Lowe's. Hello, Cole's girlfriend. Hello, Hershey. Hello, Kale. Hi, everybody. Hello, Sadie. Hello, Kim. Hello, Haley. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Casey. Hello, Star Girl. Hello, Ella. Irene. Hello. Whiteheart. Thank you. Allie. Hello. Baby T. How's everybody doing? Hello, Quandas. Hello, Rachel. Thank you, Jay. Hi. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Or good afternoon. What time is it? Oh, it's definitely afternoon for me. Definitely afternoon. My sense of time is so thrown off right now because of daylight savings. I'm like, it's 1 p.m. already? Wait, we went an hour forward, right? So I guess now feels more like lunchtime than normal, if that makes sense. How's everybody doing today? What's going on? We're at a restaurant we haven't been to in a hot second, which is wonderful because it's a beautiful day out. In fact, I might even take my jacket off and see how this goes. What do we think? You notice the swelling decreasing more and more every day? Thank you, Allie. I notice it too. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm not opposed to this. I like the jacket. What do we think? Do you like jacket off? Hello, everybody. There we go. That's better. Hello, Chris. How's it going? How's everybody doing today? You know what? Let's open the floodgates for a few minutes here. What do we say? Hello, Alyssa. Let's open the floodgates for just a second. Say hi to everyone. Thank you, Aaliyah. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, Poppy. All right, let's see how things go.
Anything to start for you?
I tend to take my time. So I'll probably need at least like 20, 30 minutes before I'm ready to order. Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hello, Sarah. Hi, Gracie. Thank you, everybody. What perfume do I wear? Thank you, Amro. I'm actually not wearing perfume today, but when I do, typically my favorite perfume, my go-to perfume is called Mandorlo de Sicilia, which is from Acqua di Parma. So that's pretty exciting to wear. But like today, I'm a little bit just like, I'm tired today. My body's like, you know what? Less stimulus is better. So here we are. Hello, Miss Misty. What are my plans? What do you mean plans? When am I getting FFS? You like the high neckline? Thank you. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Fabi. Am I transgender? Yes, I am. Thank you, Olivia. Good morning, everybody. Hello, Shania. I think that's what your name is. Hello, Holly. Thank you, everyone. Hello, hello. Can we see the earrings better? Yes, of course. What do you think? These are nugget earrings. What do you think? No, I didn't get a hair transplant. They just moved the hairline forward. Hello, Shayla. What do you think? Pretty cute, huh? Hi, everybody. Hello from South Africa. Hi. Yes, a lot of the swelling's gone down, but still, there will still be swelling for up to 2 years. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Why did I turn trans? So actually, you don't turn trans. You just are or you aren't. It's like an inherent thing, just like you're either left or right-handed. Hello from Calgary. Hi. Is Nugget okay? Yeah, Nugget's great. He's just happens to be on my earrings today. There we go. Will I feminize my voice? No, not really. I don't really want to feminize my voice. Well, what is a feminine voice, right? I'm feminine, therefore my voice is feminine, you could say. Up to 2 years of swelling, yes. Yes, up to 2 years of swelling. What am I? I'm Lily, a streamer. I'm a transgender woman. I'm a gamer. I'm a dog mom. I'm a foodie. Hello, everyone. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Cassidy. Hello from Georgia. What swelling? Oh, there's a lot of swelling. You'll see over time. Uh, 2 years of swelling is impossible. Well, Google it. Typically, they say that so I one of my friends who got FFS I was talking to her about it, and she was talking about how like at the year post FFS mark, at the year out, she said, "Oh, all my swelling must be gone. I look so much different now, so much less swollen." But now that she's 2 years out, she looks back at pictures of herself at 1 year out, and she's like, "Wow, I was still so swollen." But that's what they say. That's what the surgeon says. If you Google it, like typically like 18 to 24 months is when they say, "Okay, your swelling is like gone now. Like you're pretty much in like as unswollen as you're ever going to be." Yeah. Okay, I think. Do I have other trans friends? Yeah, plenty. Do I plan on having top surgery? No, not really. I think we're going to go ahead. It's hard to kind of read comments here. Hello, Sam. Hello from the Netherlands. Yeah, swelling is someone said it. Someone said it well. I can't even find that comment. It's something like swelling is uncomfortable, but it is a necessary part of the process, which is true. Any more surgeries that I want? So I'm going to get bottom surgery. I'm currently getting electrolysis downstairs. That will allow me to get bottom surgery because when you think about it, things are getting turned inside out. So you don't want hair growing there. And it takes a long time. Yeah. So yeah, bottom surgery, hopefully by the end of the year. That is the plan. But at the end of the day, like, there's only so much you can do. Yeah. Okay, I think we're good to go on the comments. Give it another minute. Is there anyone with good questions? Genuine question, would you ever consider a different hair color? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, like so if I were to go blonde, I would love to go blonde, but that would probably hurt my curls, right? Because blonding, if you go blonde, that means you have to bleach your hair, and bleaching your hair can be kind of damaging. So I'm sure I'd look good, but I don't know if my curls would survive, right? And I don't want to risk that. So if we're thinking more darker colors, there's red, which I think works really well with my skin tone. There's brown, there's black. So I don't know. But yeah, I would love a new hair color. I'll probably get my hair dyed at some point in the next month or two, once I'm able to, because you're supposed to wait a little while after FFS before getting your hair dyed, just so all of like the sutures and stuff, even though they're all closed, there's no like open wound. So just so they can have a little bit more time, so they don't get too irritated, because they're still very tender, like very tender. What products do I use for my curls? I use tea tree leave-in conditioner. So I've been washing my hair every day recently, which I'm not a fan of because kind of makes my hair's texture not so great. But just to kind of keep things clean as everything's healing, because not only is there a scar here, there's also like one you can't see, like right here or like right here. But usually I only wash my hair like once a week or a couple times a month. And then when I get out of the shower, we'll use a leave-in conditioner, which acts as not just a conditioner, but also like the thing that holds my hair together. What lipstick? This is a Sephora. Actually, I have it with me. I'll show you. It is a Maybelline Superstay. Superstay. And mods, if you see a good question, or if there's one mod that we can select, I don't know if user 5.2 is here, or someone along those lines that like can do that, just so I can, because it's hard to even like read everything. But this is it. It's a Maybelline Superstay 24 colors. So this is where the color is, but then there's also like this, which is kind of like a lip gloss. It seals it in, I guess. Chloe asks, what shampoo do you use and conditioner, because I can't find a good one for curly hair? When I do use shampoo, I just use like a basic, what's it called? Clarifying? Is that what it is? Where it just like takes everything out of your hair, because I don't wash it that often usually, and I like to kind of, honestly, shampoo, it takes away all of like the good oil too. So I've noticed like the less I wash my hair, the better it looks. Conditioner, I use another tea tree conditioner, but again, I don't use it all that much. Really, I just usually just rinse it and put in leave-in conditioner. That's my normal go-to. I'm open to new tactics, but yeah. Am I happy with my FFS? Asks someone. Well, overall, yes. You know, you look at my face right now, and it's still very poofy, right? Like the way that I like to think about it is, well, before I even say that, you can see my nose, like especially towards the bottom, is still quite large. But that's what my nose used to look like. But actually, it's just swollen, right? It's gonna be smaller as time goes on. Same thing goes for my jaw. Like it's very poofy. Chin, very poofy. Like right up here on my forehead, there's kind of like inconsistent swelling, which is why the line looks weird. But over time, that will all fade and it will settle in a way that's like I wish I could skip to it, but can't. Right? So you're good. We're giving the floodgates open a try here for a second. Mods, don't worry too much about like muting. Honestly, I think just like good questions are. Someone asked, genuine question, do my parents support me? Yes, my parents do support me, actually. They are awesome, mom and dad, both great. As soon as I came out, so my dad's a doctor. He was a doctor in the military for many years, and now he's retired. But he has had transgender patients for his entire career. So when I came out as trans, he was like, oh, I know trans people. A lot of lovely trans people out there, understood what transitioning looked like medically, was like immediately on board and supportive. My mom was immediately supportive, knew less about what it meant to be trans, so she had a little bit of research to do, but her support never wavered. So yeah, my family is very supportive. My entire mom's side of the family, very supportive. My entire dad's side of the family, excluding actually there's a couple of cool people on my dad's side, but most of them are terrible. Most of them are like super right-wing, like very bigoted, very anti-trans, everything. So how long did it take you to realize you wanted to start transitioning? Good question, Nevaeh. How long did it take? Well, I realized in fall of 2020 that I was trans. And that was most of, the entirety of 2020 was building up to that. But right around the fall of 2020, I finally got a dress and I tried it on and I was like, okay, this is me. And the day I realized I was trans was the day I realized I needed to start transitioning. That was like the day I started. So there was no real break between I know I'm trans and I'm going to start transitioning. They started immediately. I got a doctor's appointment. Well, actually, I guess I didn't get a doctor's appointment immediately because I didn't start hormones until the next spring. But I started buying new clothes. It took me a while to build up to something that I was happy to wear. In the early days, it actually it's kind of weird in the early days because you feel gender dysphoria in a very strong way and you're like aware of it for the first time. Like, oh my God, these like terrible feelings I've had for my entire life. It's gender dysphoria, right? This feeling of not quite fitting into the box people wanted me to fit into is gender dysphoria. So you start buying yourself new clothes. That's usually step one. Bought myself a couple dresses and I was like, oh my God, I don't know, like, do I feel feminine enough in these? It was like a lot of just like working out the baby steps, a lot of like, it takes a while to kind of get yourself situated and feel comfortable in these new clothes in the first place. So some days I didn't even put on my new clothes because I was, I felt like I didn't look womanly enough or whatever you want to say. But I got there eventually. And by May of 2021, I had booked an appointment with my doctor. She prescribed me everything I needed. She was my general practitioner. I didn't need to go to a specialist. As far as I remember, I didn't need a note from a doctor. I got prescribed. They started on the anti-androgen, which blocks testosterone. I did that for 2 weeks, and then they started adding in estrogen on top of that because not only do you need to add estrogen, you need to block testosterone. So I did that. It really had a huge impact on me, both mentally and physically. It was wonderful. And yeah, so that was like kind of the first 6 months or so. And I just kept going up from there. And eventually I came out to the world in early 2022. But over the course of 2021, I was telling everyone in my life. So somewhere in over the summer, I told my parents. My brother figured it out on his own because he saw my gamer tag I switched it to Lilitino. He saw that I just shaved my arms and realized I shaved my face, and he started putting the puzzle pieces together. And eventually, one of my friends, while we were playing Fortnite together, called me Lily, and he like clocked it and asked me if I was trans, and I said yes. And then we told my parents within a month, or I told my parents. And most of the people in my life knew by mid to late 2021. I just took an extra couple of months before I came out to the world in January 2022. And that was when I like took my first step into the world. Okay. I mean, there's a lot of comments. It's really hard to read any of them. If there's any good ones that Ahmad can point out, please do. Otherwise, we'll probably go to sub only. I'll pay to call me sir. Go for it. Keep it up, y'all. Oh, y'all are silly. All right. I think I can't like. There's no there. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Agnes, or whoever pinned Agnes's comment. What is your favorite country you've been to? Oh my. Well, I traveled a lot as a very young person when I was like 3, 4, 5 years old, because my dad was in the military. We were stationed in Europe, so we did a lot of traveling there. But I don't really remember it. I have like vague memories, and I remember German pre-K, but. As an adult, I spent some time in Glasgow, Scotland, which was wonderful. I studied for a semester there. That was really cool. Not a fan of the weather, though. I've been to Amsterdam several times. Really enjoyed my time there. I just like the vibe of that city. I was just wondering, is dating hard as a trans person? Good question, Kat. Yes and no, right? I mean, if you're a trans person and you're in the closet, dating is miserable. There's no way for pretty much any aspect of your life to be okay if you're in the closet. Once you're out, life is better, period, always. Now, when it comes to dating, it's easier in the sense that you're finally able to date as yourself, right? Like, I'm dating as Lily. That's me, as opposed to like, before I was dating as like this fake boy named Nick that was like really emotionally stunted and didn't know who they were. Now I date as Lily, and that's wonderful. So there's that part, but also, there are downsides to dating as a trans person, especially if you're a trans woman who's attracted to men, which luckily I am not. It's very complicated because there's a whole lot of stuff that men deal with when dating trans women. Like, do you want to date how people receive you? And I think there are. It might be easier as a woman dating women like me. I don't know. But I've had a couple of really great relationships. I would say like 3 main relationships, 3 bigger relationships that I've had over the course of my post-transition life. The first was someone named Katie, who was a trans woman also. She was wonderful. We were together for about 6 months. Then there was Emily, who was a cis woman. She's also wonderful. We broke up after 7 months, 8 months maybe. And then there was April, who I dated for about 2 months, and things didn't end very well there. And I'm maybe still a little bit salty about it because that was quite recently. It was over the new year. But she was also a cis woman. She was the time we spent together, I loved it. But yeah, nothing to do with the breakups had anything to do with me being trans. So yeah, is dating hard? Yes and no. Do I plan on getting any more surgeries in the future? Yes, I'm going to get downstairs surgery. But I would get it as soon as possible, but you have to get a bunch of hair removal done down there first. Like, you have to get all hair removed down there before anything can be done, because if you don't, bad things happen once the surgery is done. So you want to make sure it's good. I've been doing it for about 1.5 years, and I still got some ways to go. So hopefully by the end of the year, that's the idea. Jordan says, I'm from Glasgow and we're here for you, and we don't accept or tolerate hate here. We love you. Well, thank you, Jordan. And Glasgow is a wonderful city. Weather aside, I had a great time there. I wonder, because I was there when I was 20 years old, and I wonder how it would be at 32. It would be a very different experience if I were to go there now. Was getting used to a new name hard? Kind of. I do remember that at my old company, before I did full-time content creation, there was, so I come out at this point, and everyone knew me as Lily. No one really had any issues calling me Lily or she. instead of he or Nick, because they met me as Nick and he, but then as soon as I said I'm Lily and she, no one ever had an issue. However, at a certain point, they hired a new person who was also named Nick. And so when we were on Zoom together, it'd be like, and Nick is going to do this and that. And then I'd like have to double take sometimes, like, oh, right, that's not me. You have to kind of unlearn your old name and relearn and learn for the first time your actual real name. So it's not that hard. But, someone said, what bathroom do I go into? I go into the women's bathroom because I'm a woman. Pretty simple. Yeah. Can my voice change? I could change it if I wanted to, but I like my voice. I really like my voice. I like my voice. Mara says, what are your favorite brands and places to shop? Your style is good. Thank you. Sadly, well, let's see. You know what? I will call out some brands. Classic Rock Couture is a good one. I really like them. I have a jumpsuit from them. That's really wonderful. It's the yellow one. If you look through my content, you'll see it. I wear it a good amount. Let's see, what other brands do I like? Hammies. I really like Hammies. They have some like good corduroy stuff. Lex says, does it hurt to brush your hair after surgery? Less and less as time goes on, but yes, because especially in the beginning, it was, even though most of this part of my scalp is numb, it's still very tender in other places. So yeah, it does kind of hurt. Now I can do it with, when I brush my hair today, it's just kind of like, it's kind of just like, you got to be careful, and it helps to, like, if you're brushing your lower hair, like hold on to it here so it doesn't pull. Yeah. Hello, Bailey Kenning. Yeah, so a little bit. Do I have a hair routine? Yeah, when I'm out of the shower, I put in my leave-in conditioner, I comb it, and then I squeeze out the extra. Hope you realize how beautiful you are. Thank you. Here's an interesting question. I'll repeat it because I can't find the comment. Someone said something to the effect of, I don't have women's parts, so why am I going in the women's bathroom? First and foremost, women's bathrooms are stalls, right? So no one sees anything that's happening inside a particular stall when someone's using it. So it really doesn't matter. It's not like you walk in to the women's bathroom and everyone sees everything there. That's not how that works. I think you should know that. But even if that weren't the case, right? Like, let's say I needed to have a quote unquote women's parts, which, by the way, is not the right, is completely incorrect, because women have all different kinds of parts. Men have all different kinds of parts. Men can be pregnant, some men. Let's say that I have bottom surgery, right? I have a feeling that your opinion still wouldn't change, right? I have a feeling you still wouldn't want me in the women's bathroom. So, like, don't pretend to say that, like, you know, don't try to say like, oh, you know, once you do that, I know your opinion is not going to change. Would I visit Australia? It's an LGBT friendly country. Sure, absolutely. I'd love to visit Australia. I have no particular reason to, other than I want to. I would probably need like a, you know, maybe there's some sort of opportunity there or something in particular I want to visit or do. Okay, I think, do I want any children? No. Would I visit England? Sure, I've been to England many times. I like it a lot. Okay, I think we're good to go, unless there's any other good questions. I think we're good. No more glasses. I can't wear glasses right now because I got my nose changed. When glasses rest on my nose, it's very tender, so I am wearing contacts right now. Do you date any gender or just girls? Good question, Annabelle. I date femmes, so easy to think about that as, yes, women, but also non-binary people who are more feminine. That's fine. But, like, you know, there are also plenty of women who aren't femmes, right? Who aren't feminine, you know, like butch women, for example. Not interested. Femmes, femininity is what I'm interested in. How long did it take me to grow my hair out? I started growing it in late 2020, and since then have only gotten, you know, a couple inches here and there just for, you know, split ends. But yeah, roughly 4 years, and it's much longer than you might think because of the curls. Like, if it's straight, it'd probably go down to here. Someone asked about fake lashes. I don't know. I've worn fake lashes before, and they're just so uncomfortable. Thank you, love from Scotland. The scar on my forehead, yep, it's there. It's there. Okay, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go into subscribers only. All right, here we go. We'll let things cool down for a little bit, and maybe we can read the menu. Hi, everybody. Thank you for bearing with me for that. You know, sometimes it's nice to open the floodgates and just open some questions. You're absolutely fine, Bailey. You're absolutely good. I'm just glad you're here now. Hello, Paris. Yeah, I know, it was wild, right, Megan? Just stop letting me pin at the end. It's a good time. Perfect. It works. Hello, Michaela. Hello, April. I'm doing well. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, Kristen. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, everybody. How's it going? I was trying to find questions there. Yeah, all good, Elvia. That was like, I couldn't, the chat hasn't been that fast for a while. At this point, we're used to slower chat because it's mostly sub-only, but yeah. Yeah, no, it is. Look, sometimes it's nice to open the floodgates because we get some genuine questions, some like people who would maybe never subscribe, but you still want to answer those questions, right? Because in a lot of ways, well, let's just say that people have questions and someone's got to answer them. So maybe that's us. At least, yeah, there were some good questions. There were. Okay, shall we read the menu? I think we shall. Okay, so we have a hot tea here. And let's go ahead and read it. Okay. So, there are oysters here. Thank you, April. I just don't get why trolls obsess over the bathroom question. I tend to agree. It's like, and sometimes people will be like, oh, well, why don't we just do genderless bathrooms? Or like, why don't you just have a special bathroom? And that's sidestepping the question because the problem is not the bathrooms, right? The problem is that people think that we're a threat to them in general, right? That we're a big threat to the world, right? And they focus on the bathrooms because that's where we as humans are vulnerable. So like, if we manage to make our way past the bathrooms, it'll be something else. Does that make sense? It's got to be. We've got to kind of go bigger than the bathrooms, right? The bathrooms are just one battleground for a larger conflict. Does that make sense? It hurts my heart that people are so harsh to you. Thank you, Tiny. We have a genderless bathroom at work and no one bats an eyelid. Yeah, and like there's nothing wrong with genderless bathrooms, right? My son's school has a bathroom for male or female to use along with male or female bathrooms. Gotcha. Gotcha. I love the setup. Love their setup. What do you mean their setup? Oh, the bathrooms. How long did it take you to stop seeing hair after removal? Oh, I've had over 30 sessions of laser on my face and electrolysis, and I still have a bunch of hair on my face. Yeah, exactly, Tiny. Likes me too, but what are you gonna do? How do you keep your hair looking clean between washes? Well, recently, it has been. Hold on a sec. Come on. That's weird. My face looks smooth. Thank you. I mean, currently I'm washing it once a day, but usually a couple times a month. And then I just like rinse it. It's really not that big of a, I don't know. It doesn't ever look dirty. Do you have any tattoos? I do, Lauren. Right here. What do you think? Got lesbian flag and a trans flag tattoo. Like it's y'all. It's a bathroom. You go into your business and get out. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Lulu. Yes, lesbian and trans flag hearts. Okay, so they have oysters. Most of the oysters are over $4 each, but they have a $1.55 daily featured oyster, limited 24 per table. So I say we start with oysters. What do you say? We get like 6 oysters, 6 of the daily featured oyster. That sound good? The oysters are fun. Hello, Kiers. How's it going? Yeah. And I think I might get it touched up. It's starting to fade a little bit. It's been a year and a half maybe since I've had it. Maybe going on 2 years. Yeah, start with some oysters. That'll be a nice little appetizer. They also have I'll read the whole menu here because it's a pretty fancy menu. But they have Kaluga caviar, white sturgeon caviar. They have a shellfish indulgence platter for $185. We're not going to get any of this stuff because it's very expensive, and I'm not even big on. There's some shellfish and like seafood that I just don't even like. That has Dungeness crab, Maine lobster, tiger prawns, oysters, clams, and tuna poke. Thank you, Lauren, for subscribing. Opa. Beluga caviar, Kaluga. What do you mean, Poppy? Bike ride. They have a chilled Dungeness crab. They have a crab cocktail and a tiger prawn cocktail. So I think of all of those, probably the crab cocktail, or the shrimp cocktail, tiger prawn. It's like 4 shrimps for $25. It's, expensive, but it's good. You're good. You're good, Poppy. What was your question? I didn't know you had tattoos until I watched your own streams. Yeah, there you go. Never had caviar either. Well, I mean, we can get it. Well, the cheapest caviar is $110. Do I have a preference? Genuine question. Wait, what do you mean, Lauren D? I think your first one got lost. Can you say it again? Are you asking if I like plus size women? Femmes? Is that what you're asking? Hello, Kathy. How's it going? Hello, Vic. I'm not going to say the name of it, April, but I will at the end. So we'll get some oysters. We'll think about shrimp cocktail, depending on what starters and stuff we want to get. So we have a Brussels sprout salad with bacon lardon. I think it's just a fancy way of saying bacon. I was trying to ask if you ever take a bike ride around town. Oh, I don't have a bike. At least not one that moves. It's just regular. It's like a stationary bike. But no, I haven't done that. Love all shapes and sizes. Yeah, that was what I was asking. Oh, okay. So would I date a plus size woman or plus size femme? The answer is an enthusiastic yes. Absolutely. And like, I've dated plus size women before. I've dated, I don't know what the opposite of plus size women is. I've dated non plus size women. And yes, I love all shapes and sizes. Absolutely yes. Yes. Okay. Savoy spinach salad. Okay, with Humboldt fog. I don't even know what that is. What is fog? Inclusive queen. Well, believe you me, it's not. The attraction is there regardless. Is what I'm saying. Exactly tiny. Humboldt fog, confit garlic vinaigrette, and candied pecans. Okay, pecans a little too crunchy for me right now. Beauty is all sizes. I love for you so I have a chance. I mean, not saying no. Lobster bisque with creme fraiche croutons. Creme fraiche and croutons. I like lobster bisque. Humboldt fog is stinky blue cheese. Ooh, I do love blue cheese. Baked Pacific oysters, 5 for $20. Parmesan pangrattato and chives. Okay. I got a little belly, and my girlfriend loves it. Ugh, love a little belly. Then they also have a king salmon gravlax, which comes on crostinis. Crostinis are particularly crunchy. Thank you, Kimberly. Can't do those. So of the starters, probably the Brussels sprout salad or the lobster bisque. Lobster bisque probably number 1. In all seriousness, my boyfriend and I gained happy weight. Heck yeah. Parmesan things sounded good. The baked oysters, those do sound good too. But we're already doing regular oysters, so we could say no to regular oysters and do Pacific oysters. Lobster bisque and Brussels salad. Okay, maybe. Brussels are hard when not cooked. I've had baked Brussels before, and I quite like them. And I like them raw too. I don't know. I think it's cool. I think we'll do raw, and then we can do a different starter. I'm between the Brussels sprouts and the lobster bisque. We'll think about it. And then the entrees. We've got oak grilled ling cod, which is a winter vegetable curry with forbidden rice, whatever that means. Crisp shallots. Okay, that sounds kind of good. Dayboat scallops, which is, I guess, just a type of scallops. You're not a fan of Brussels sprouts? Okay. Just meant your Brussels salad might be difficult because it's harder. I tend to agree, Sarah. I'm leaning lobster bisque. Dayboat scallops, which is butternut squash coulis, Kalamata olive topping. That sounds good. I do love scallops. They have cornmeal crusted fish and chips with yuzu tartar sauce, sweet and sour pickles. Not a fan. And then French fries. I like French fries. I love Brussels sprouts when made correctly. Me too. I like Brussels sprouts. Samantha says, hi, Lily. Hope you're doing well. Sorry I've not been on. My son had a nasty accident. Oh, I'm sorry, Samantha. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. Crisp shallots does sound good. Now let us know. There's a flat iron steak with potato pave, creamed leeks, red wine gastrique, and king trumpets. Sounds okay. Hello, Caitlin. They have oven roasted and in quotes brick chicken breast with a spicy mornay. I'm assuming that's a sauce. Foraged mushrooms and winter vegetables. And then they have rock shrimp egg pasta with coconut curry, little neck clams, caramelized onion, guanciale crumb. Guanciale is like bacon. So what do we think? Too much of a fan of steak to recommend anything else? Oh no, you're good, Liz. You're good. Please nap. And then they have sides of Brussels, white asparagus, bread, and French fries. I would order the bread, but this bread is too hard for me to eat currently with the state of my mouth. Well, it's not. So the scallops are not crispy. It's shallots. So what you're talking about is the oak grilled ling cod. So that's going to be like a fish fillet. It has crisp shallots on top. So that's like fried onions on top. I would say I'm either looking at the Dayboat scallops, the steak, or the chicken breasts. Those are the three that are looking good to me. Copy will take two of everything. Adeline says that sounds good. What are you saying? Oh, yuck to? Steak. What does the steak come with again? Potato pave. I'm assuming that's just like mashed potatoes. Creamed leeks, red wine gastrique, and king trumpets. I guess that's mushrooms. I don't know. Between the steak and the chicken, I'm at lean chicken. And between the steak and the scallops, I lean scallops. The scallops are wild harvested out of Hokkaido, Japan. The chicken sounds good. We can do chicken. I mean, I think I'm between scallops and chicken. What do we think? Scallops v chicken. We can do a poll just to see what y'all are feeling. Scallops v chicken. All right, let's say smile for scallops, frown for chicken. Smile for scallops, frown for chicken. Okay, scallops are winning by a mile. Okay. All right. Well, maybe not a mile. Chicken's got its fans. Do scallops, you can get chicken anywhere. I tend to agree. All right. So it looks like scallops is going to win unless for some reason chicken has a big resurgence. The revenge of the chicken. Okay, so we'll go scallops. I'm leaning lobster bisque as well. So... because lobster bisque will be easier to eat. And if I'm being honest, scallops will be easier to eat because scallops tend to be softer than chicken. The lobster bisque sounds wonderful. And then I think we'll do the six of the daily featured oyster, and that will be good. That's 3 courses plus dessert. That's 4 courses. Not bad, right? There we go. Sound good? Sounds good to me. There we go. Sounds great. And we got a very sweet gift that just came through. A very sweet gift from... This is so sweet. This is from Kimberly. Kimberly sent $26, and the reason it will become clear in a second. Throw some gas tank emojis out for Kimberly, please. Kimberly said, I dedicate this to you, and on this day, it would have been my nephew's 26th birthday. LGBTQ+, saying that their nephew is a member of the queer community. We can all rise above the hate. Happy heavenly birthday, Justin. With a couple of crying sad emojis. Well, thank you, Kimberly, for the gift. And yeah, let's remember Justin. It's tough out there for queer people in a big way. And some, unfortunately, queer people simply do not make it. Yeah, today we can remember Justin. Sending love to you, Kimberly. I am ready. Yes. Could I start with the featured oysters? 6, please. Then a lobster bisque, please. Then a Scallops. That should be fine. Thank you very much.
How long of this?
Yes, please. Thank you. So yeah, it's very sweet of you, Kimberly. I appreciate you, and yeah, remembering Justin today. Just too many sad stories out there, y'all. Too many sad stories. Truly. Love you too, Kimberly. So. What else is going on, y'all? Talk to me. Do I have a P.O. box? Asks April. No, I do not have a P.O. box. I would so love to have a P.O. box. I think there would be so many lovely things that y'all would send. Clothes, goodies of all kinds. It just wouldn't be safe for me. Thank you so much. Because you know that some people would send nasty stuff. And honestly, I don't want to have to deal with that. I do have a wish list, April. I do have a wish list. It's a little bit sparse right now, but you can look. There's some good stuff on there. But yeah, I would send cotton candy gushers. That is very nice of you. My granddaughter and her partner are getting married. Wow, very cool. Well, good for them. And I think Poppy's sitting out in the sun. Very nice. I guess those are all the rave. The cotton candy gushers are. I didn't even know they existed. I haven't had a gusher in decades. Gushers were the best. Liz says you could do a P.O. box that's private so people can message you to get the address. Yes, on one hand, Liz, it could work, but inevitably, eventually, that address will get out, right? Like, there's only so many. Like, I can't vet everyone, right? And also, P.O. boxes, they're expensive. They're like $500 a year in San Francisco. They're not cheap. They're really not cheap. So I would so love to receive your cotton candy gushers, but it's just not. Sadly, safety-wise, too much of a risk. Elvia got new glasses. Nice. What kind of glasses? And Poppy says, I'm on a mission to figure out a safe way. Honestly, I think wish lists are the way, Poppy. Because the only downside to that is that it just has to be online already. It can't be like a handmade item or something like that because, well, for obvious reasons. I mean, and the other thing is like, well, is there a world where, there's someone who looks through all the packages before I open them? Sure, that could happen. But then that also means that person has to open that stuff, right? And like anything that would be meant, like dangerous stuff can happen, right? And I wouldn't want to put anyone in danger. That's not how I roll. So it's one of those things that that I'd love to do, but people sadly make it impossible. What are you gonna do? Anyways, we got another gift. Another gift, y'all. Another gift. This is a really generous one as well. Ugh. Actually, a couple gifts. The first one, this is so sweet. Thank you, Liz. So Liz, who is our MVP, Liz and Cody last Friday, if y'all were here for the Cheesecake Factory stream, I'm sure you remember that Liz and Cody were just like absolutely just crushing it for the gifts on Friday. And it was really an incredible stream. The vibe was awesome. Maybe one of the all-time great streams, possibly. But Liz sent another gift today. Another cherry on top. Another wonderful gift. Oh, come on. Not vote. There it is. This is sweet. Liz sent $20. Hello, Kate Bass. Please throw some gas tank emojis out for Liz. That is so sweet. And she said, for the subject line was $20 to give you a berry with a B, big hug, with 2 panda emojis and 2 red heart emojis. Thank you. Thank you, Liz. And the panda emojis, I believe that Liz is rebranding with the panda emoji and claiming that for herself in our community that she owns the panda emoji, it seems. Because recently Liz got a big panda tattoo on her thigh, which is really, really well done. And I don't know, it just looks really cool. So I think we can call it now that Liz and pandas are synonymous here. Liz the panda, Panda the Liz, they're hand in hand. Thank you, Liz, for the gift. It's yours. It's yours. I'm confused what the gas tank means. I can understand that. Basically, the way that, so it's Monday, y'all. When gifts come through, and I call them out on stream. Thank you so much.
6 featured oysters.
Thank you so
You're
much. One of the things I often say and like to say to kind of like try to contextualize these gifts is that I love streaming. It's true. I do love to stream. Even on days like today where I'm so tired, this is the highlight of my day, unquestionably. And I will continue to stream as long as I can. 4 or 5 days a week, going out to restaurants, hanging out with y'all. I just love doing it. It is the most exciting and meaningful part of what I do. In this world, we can't just survive off of passion, right? Passion doesn't pay the bills, and sadly, I have bills. So I will keep going. This engine will keep going, streaming, but I need gas in the tank, right? So y'all, as the Lilies Lovelies, if you're able to put gas in the tank, you putting gas in the tank keeps the stream going. So that's why we have a gas tank emoji, and you can see it's like the gay flag, pride flag. So that's why. What'd you miss, Alyssa? A really sweet gift from Liz and from Kimberly, and another one in just a second. Yeah, but not too much. This is the first thing we're eating today. So, anyways, that's why we use the gas tank. Liz put gas in the tank. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you, Liz. I love you. I'm giving you a berry hug, very big hug right back. And also, this is so sweet. So this is from B. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this person's full name. If they want to say so, I will. This is my job. Even though it doesn't feel like a job, it is my job. Liz says, I love when I get messages that say she just wants you to send money so she doesn't get a job. You know what's weird? And B, I'll read your gift in just a second. The way people's minds work is very strange, where no one would say that, like, I don't know, who are the more popular streamers out there in the world? Like the streamers that make millions of dollars a year, which is not me. There's people out there who make content full time. And the people who are like wealthy, live in a big mansion, no one would ever say those people don't have a job, right? Because clearly they're providing for themselves, right? They're able to pay their bills and then some. Mr. Beast is a great example. Mr. Beast makes content, spends clearly full time, all of his time, or at least his working hours, doing content stuff, right? No one would ever say Mr. Beast doesn't have a job. Of course he does. He's a multi-millionaire. Okay, got it, Brittany. Thank you. I'll read it in just a second. Jeffree Star, sure, I don't really know much about Jeffree Star, but point is that at a certain point of like wealth and, you know, maybe following, people will say that someone has a job. But when you're a smaller creator, people will say like, what are you doing? Get a job, right? Because what they don't see the work that goes into it, and specifically they don't see the wealth that they see in other creators that are like bigger time creators, right? So it's funny when people are like, Lily, get a job, because I am, luckily, because of y'all, able to support myself, right? It's not like I'm not able to support myself, because if I wasn't, then I wouldn't be able to do this as much as I would want to. I couldn't do it. I'm not a trust fund kid. A lot of people like to say that like my parents pay my bills, or, you know, I have a trust fund. I don't. I don't. I'm lucky that my parents are, you know, middle class and were able to give me some financial literacy before I went off on my own and did become financially independent. But yeah, so anyways, Jeffree Star has his own successful makeup line. Okay, cool. Liz says, plus it's my money. I do what I want with it and choose to support you. Thank you, Liz. Thank you. And it's so appreciated. I mean, to people who say like, well, what's she actually doing? She's just sitting on the stream. It's like, a lot of work goes into it. It really does. More than you would think. A lot of emotional energy, a lot of planning, a lot of stuff before and after. It's tough. It's not. I like doing it, but it's really not easy. Thank you, April. I'll read it as soon as I read Brittany's. Anyways, the point is that I appreciate y'all. If anyone sends a gift and doesn't want nasty messages, I'd highly recommend turning your DMs off because they're vicious. They got nothing better to do. Just a heads up. So anyways, yeah, that's part of it. Just listen, but also just like, I to anyone who's saying that this is like easy or not a job or anyone can do it, sit on stream for 2 hours and talk the entire time and tell me it's easy. Tell me it doesn't take a lot of energy. You know, Brittany has never gotten one. I have given a few times. Perfect, Brittany. I'm sure because we're talking about this now, you will, but yeah. Elia had to put their account back on private. Awful. Thank you, Blue Circle, for subscribing. Oh. Liz says, Matt, if you send me a message, I hope it made you feel better, but it didn't affect you. Good. It's mentally taxing. Yes, definitely mentally taxing. So, Brittany, hello. Brittany, y'all, Brittany said $30. 30. That is a lot of. That is a lot of dollars. Thank you very much. I said it all today already. I love doing this. Y'all put gas in the tank. It's all because of you. The stream keeps going because of you. On this Monday where it's so weird when the daylight savings time thing happens, for some reason, it feels like so much more than an hour. I don't know why. But let me just put it this way. In 30, 40 years, when I look back on these times, I sure hope that I'm still streaming at that point or doing something like it, because this stream brings me so much joy. I'm glad. Hopefully it brings you joy. Brittany's note was happy Monday. You're a light. Keep shining bright, with a heart emoji, a dance emoji, salsa dance emoji, and a red heart emoji. I really love that salsa emoji. That's a really great one. The dress is just like, it's just flared out to the side. Like you can almost imagine like someone just like turning and at the exact right moment, a camera snapped and like took that, you know what I mean? Anyways, thank you, Kate Bass. Thank you very much, Brittany. I'm just so grateful. I love y'all. I love doing this restaurant we haven't been to in a long time, and I'm so happy to be back here with y'all. It's just great. It's just great doing this. I just love doing it. Thank you, Brittany. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yes, there you go. That exactly. Doesn't it look like she just like turned like right in the moment? Like it was a slow-mo camera. And they turned in the dress. I can't imagine they got that in the first take. That emoji in the first take. That took like 10 times. You know. Anyways, I know the oysters look good, right? Is that the one with the E? I don't know what you mean by that.
Oh, I know.
Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you. You too. Thank you for asking, Lauren. If you go to my bio, you'll find ways to do that. The one with the E. Oh, I'm not going to say the name of the restaurant, but yeah. And one more gift that came through, and then we will eat some oysters. This one is from someone whose name starts with an. I think I can say it because they said they cash out. This is from April. Hello, April. April said, I can't send much. Oh, they sent $10, and they said, I can't send much, but wanted to say how proud of you I am. Well, thank you very much, April. That was very sweet. Once again, if everyone in this stream sent $10, right now I see 732. If everyone in that stream sent $10, you do the math. That's my rent. That's my rent for like many months, several months, and then some. $10 might not seem like much to you, but it is a lot. It adds up. It all goes to the same place, which is paying for this food, and also paying for my medical bills, paying for my rent, paying for Nugget and his well-being, my well-being, everything. I try to live a relatively modest life. Living in San Francisco, it is quite expensive. So the standard of living is very high. Food is very expensive. Rent is expensive. But I'm lucky because y'all make it possible for me to live here. In 2025, the world is a pretty dangerous place, especially for trans people. And there's not all that many places you can go where you can feel truly safe. Even in San Francisco, there are moments where I'm like, but you know, if I had to live in a place that was somewhere else that was less trans inclusive, trans friendly, it'd be tough, especially given, you know, my face being on the internet. There's people who have it out for me, so it's good to be in a place where I am safe. So thank you for allowing me to do that. Thank you for allowing the stream to happen. Appreciate you. Thank you, April. All right, we have oysters. These are the daily special oysters. We have lemons. I realized recently, thank you, Maddie, like Texas, sure. And there are some places in Texas which I would imagine are better than others. Austin, I think, is the main one there. Do oysters taste like mussels? I think they're in the ballpark, but I think they're different. I'm not a seafood aficionado in that way to be able to give you like a great, you know, one versus the other breakdown, because I've had way more oysters than mussels in my life. So, yeah, if I had to live anywhere in Texas, it would definitely be Austin. I know there's plenty, and again, it's not like trans people who live, you know, in places other than San Francisco are waking up every morning like hiding from whatever. But it's more like an overall sense of safety. There are trans communities everywhere, but San Francisco is one where it's just like, it's just people don't look at you like they might look at you in a red state. It's a little different. Austin is good, but not the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Are you supposed to chew them or swallow? So what I do is I take, like, I'm going to put a little drop of, there's just some sort of vinaigrette in there, or vinegar. I just kind of, you make sure it's like dislodged from the shell. And I'll give it like a little swish around, maybe like a little chew, but I tend not to chew on them for too long. Never had those before yet. I'm currently in Norway, so I'm assuming we have really good ones. You would think, but I really don't know how that works. I'm not sure about Norway's seafood scene. Add a little bit of horseradish, or cocktail sauce, I should say, which is kind of just like horseradish plus ketchup. I think that's the recipe, horseradish plus ketchup. So we have all the fixins on there. I've been to Norway. It's just been a long time. I was there when I was very little. I don't really remember it. Okay, so we have our oyster fork here. I believe that this is an oyster fork. I believe it's meant to just kind of make sure that when you down it, it's not going to be, it's not going to like cling to it. The purple liquid, I want to say it's like vinegar and beets, I think. Here, cheers. Take two. That's really nice. That's actually really great. Briny, not too salty, no funkiness to it. Just like a solid oyster. If oysters always tasted like that, I'd be super happy about it every single time. Nothing like that. That is a super above average oyster. Really, really good. Was just about to say visit, but that's cool. Did you love it? Oh God, I was like 4 years old, so I really don't remember. I just know that I have been. So it's not even worth saying. It's just been. I mean, it's worth saying, but it's like the next question is, what'd you think? And I'm like, I don't remember it. So this is not the main dish. This is the pre-appetizer. We have this, then we have an appetizer, then we have a main, then we'll do dessert. So we got a long stream ahead of us. Cheers. 2 for 2. And these are all the same kind of oyster. But the thing about oysters is that even if they're all the same kind, they can really vary greatly from oyster to oyster. I don't know why. I'm not an oyster expert. But sometimes you get a good one, and sometimes you get one that's like a little funky. But we're 2 for 2, y'all. Sometimes you'll get like a weird little chunk in there that's like, not a fan of that, you know? Not a fan of that. Yes, everything's in my bio, y'all. Everything's in the bio. And we got, I believe, another gift. Thank you very much to whoever that is. Let's see. Oh, sweet. Thank you. All right. So, once again, our curly girl, lesbian from the UK, comes through with a very sweet gift. Y'all know who it is. I'll wait for someone to say her name. Someone will say it. My earrings are my earrings Nugget? Yes, my earrings are indeed pictures of Nugget. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? User 52 knows. Sarah knows. It's Kathy. We know Kathy. We love Kathy. Kathy's awesome. Kathy's awesome. Kathy is absolutely here, I think, every stream. I can count the number of streams in the past month. Maybe that's not the best example because I've been gone for a lot of the last month, but Kathy's always here. She's always sweet. She's always so supportive, always so kind in the chats, and so very generous. And today is no exception. And she says in the subject line, just a little gas for the tank for my Lily because I love you. With a hand heart emoji, a Union Jack emoji, a red heart emoji, and 3 X's. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Thank you very much, Kathy. That's very sweet. I'll send the hand heart right back to you, my friend. You're great. Kathy, of course. Wait, actually, Kathy, when? Okay, hold on. I'm about to ask about something that you texted me about the other day. If you need to mute me, let me know. I don't know if anyone else is listening in. When is that thing happening? That thing. You know, the thing that you're doing. Natalie's always here. I'm glad you're here too. Yeah, aren't you so cute? Here, I can take one off just so I can show you a little bit closer up. My friend Amy did these for me forever ago. So I have numerous watches, just the watch bands. It's always the same watch. These are the Nugget earrings. After summer. Oh, okay, you planned ahead. Gotcha. Okay. I'm really excited for you for those. Yeah, these are the Nugget earrings my friend made for me. Aren't they so cute? Anyways, thank you, Kathy, for that gift. For putting gas in the tank. I love you too. Glad you're here. Oh, the sweetest. This one's for you, my friend. This is Kathy's Oyster. I know, aren't they so cute? Perfect, Kathy. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Of course, I mean, all my friends. Cheers. That was gross. It tasted good, though. It tasted really good. 3 for 3. I'm telling you, these oysters are working for me today. Really solid. I have to brag, my husband surprised me with flowers. The note says, just because. Brittany, green flag. Green flag, Brittany. Huge. That's a man worth keeping, if you ask me. Man worth keeping. Is that ketchup or cocktail sauce? This is cocktail sauce, which is basically just ketchup plus horseradish, I think. Maybe not exactly. Probably, actually. Like, if you just put ketchup and horseradish sauce together, you basically get the same thing. Not much of a difference there. All right. Let's see. This is number 4. We're halfway through. These are really great. I'm glad we got these. Cheers. Tabasco. I'm not big on Tabasco, but there is a time and place. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing something wrong with these. There's a little bit left in here. There we go. They taste really good. We're 4 for 4. There's nothing wrong with it. Really solid. And like at a bargain too, at least comparative to the other oysters. These are $1.55 each. Normally oysters are so much more expensive than that. I'm a fan of Crystal. Oh, the hot sauce. Yes. Crystal. I prefer Crystal to Tabasco for sure. Crystal hot sauce. Tiny says, I've never had oysters, but figured ketchup would be a weird combination. It would be. But then again, it's not like this is that much different from ketchup. It's just ketchup plus horseradish. It does give it a very different vibe than ketchup, but when you think about it, it is quite similar. Like, it's quite similar. So, like putting them on saltines, the oysters on saltines, for sure. I think that would be really good, actually. If they brought out oysters with, if they brought out saltines, I would definitely use them. But all right, let's see. Can I get this thing? There we go. Cheers. Also really good. I bet they'd be good on crostinis when you can have them. Oh yeah, yeah, no, they'd be good on crostinis for sure. Never had an oyster? You gotta have an oyster. Just try it. Some people love, some people hate. Is this the main? No. This is actually like before the appetizer even. We still have lobster bisque and then scallops. Are they easy to open up when you buy them like with a knife, or do you need a special tool? I don't know. I want to say there's a special tool for it. Maybe people know how to do them with a knife. I've never opened my own oysters. I'm sure it's not that hard, but I've never done it. I've only ever had them served to me, I think at a restaurant. I don't even know if I've done oysters in like an at-home setting or had them in an at-home setting, even if I didn't make them. I'm sure it's not that hard, but all right, here we go. I like them Vietnamese style with tiny cut up shallots on it. Cool. An oyster shucker, there you go. A special tool, yeah. You like scallops? Me too. I've grown up eating oyster. I stuck my own. It's a flat knife. Shucking them is hard. Oh, okay, interesting. Thank you, GB. I'm a huge texture person, and I don't think I could do an oyster texture. Yeah, it's very slimy and kind of goopy. Buffet, no fish, got it. Cheers. This is, I think, the 6th one. Great. Thank you. Literally perfect timing.
Right.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Really good. And straight into the lobster bisque. Did you see that? I slurped the last oyster and then they brought it like right then and there. Isn't that cool? Yeah, slimy. It's very slimy, very goopy, but like in a way that I enjoy. I enjoy it. Okay, so this is lobster bisque. It has some croutons in it, crunchy croutons. So we're going to go ahead and dunk those to get them on their way to becoming softer, because I can't eat them in their current state. I believe we also got another gift. This one is from, I'm going to say their first initial is L. And L, if you'd like me to say your first name, let me know. But L, y'all, sent $20, which is so very sweet. This is your kind of meal: oysters, then lobster, then scallops. Yeah, pretty much. L sent $20. Thank you, L. And good morning, Carissa. They said, thank you for being a light. I struggle with my mental state, and watching you helps immensely. Keep being the positive force you are, with 2 oyster emojis and 2 lobster emojis. Perfect. Great use of emojis. Great use of emojis. Thank you, Elle. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry that you're struggling with your mental state. Trust me, you're not ooh. There's a wedding party. Sorry, I'm distracted by someone in a bridal gown. It's a very, very pretty dress. It's interesting. Wedding on a Monday. Who knew? Anyways, bottom lip. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's numb, so I can't like feel anything on my bottom lip. Thank you very much, Elle. You're very sweet. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. This stream is alive because of y'all. It helps your mental health. It helps my mental health. It might not seem like it, but it does. Especially since FFS, in particular. If you Google FFS timeline, right around the time that I am, right, like a week, or I guess like a month and a week, right? Tomorrow will be the 5-week anniversary of when I got FFS. Right in the timeline of where I am is when you're like over the worst of it, but not quite like over the hump yet. And oftentimes people in this particular part of the recovery can get depressed, can kind of feel like a little apathetic, just like sluggish. And especially because I'm still dealing with that COVID that I got in the hospital, at least the longer term fatigue, and I guess not the cough. I haven't needed cough drops today. I have a little bit of an urge to cough now that I'm talking about it, but generally I'm okay. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not immune to that stuff either. It's actually been a tough like week or two for me, just overall. Like I've had good days and less good days, and it's weird. You know, when you get a major surgery, it's like such a huge process to recover, and then you make it over and you think, okay, well, I've recovered for like 4 weeks so far, like I have to be done. And it's like, actually, no, you're not done. You have like a lot. No, I wouldn't even say it's a bad week. Nothing really bad has happened at all. Yeah, Aim said it. You feel like you should be healed, but you're not yet. And like there's a lot of healing ahead. And every day gets a little bit easier, but still, it's like, I think anyone who goes through a major surgery has something to this effect. But what I'm trying to say is like I'm in this with you, right? Like for obviously different reasons. Um, mental health has never been mental health is not a strength of my genetics. Both of my parents struggle with anxiety and depression. I definitely struggle with it. So when I come on stream, I don't know. I one of the reasons I like streaming so much is because when you're streaming, you don't think about the future and you don't think about the past. You're just living in the moment. It's hard to because there's so much to think about and to do and to talk about that it's kind of hard to live anywhere else other than the moment. So um, it's kind of like it's like a break from life in some ways. Anyways, thank you, Elle, for the gift. Appreciate you. Thank you for putting gas in the tank. Poppy says, and even more so, it changing your appearance, right? I look different, a little different every day. Pictures of me last week look a little different than this week. Must be extra hard with you, with all the trolls. Yeah, I mean, look, they're always around. It's I wouldn't say it's particularly bad or less bad this week. It's more that I just have less energy to deal with it, you know? Like I'm low on energy in general because my body is still healing. I've noticed like I'm eating more because I need more calories to heal, like physically, and maybe even emotionally. Anyways, let's eat some soup. It's time for soup. Better to not deal with it. Thank you for being so honest. It's major surgeries. They're super taxing on your mind and body. They really are. Like, they're really, really taxing. And I think sometimes people forget the mind part. Like, oh, it's just your body. Well, yeah, in some ways, but it really, you can't discount the mind. Mind is powerful. I have PTSD, anxiety, and depression. Hey, Dollface. I feel that. All right, lobster bisque. Here we go. Oh, that's good. Y'all got to tell me if I have anything dribbling down my chin, okay? I can't feel my chin, so I will have no way of knowing. That is really good, really flavorful. Oh, that's good. It's just full flavor. It's just so full flavor. Wow. You can just feel you can just taste like the hours of simmering that probably went into this, of the stock, of whatever it is that went into the broth here. You can taste the lobster. The cream is just like full fat. They're not pulling any punches on this. Are there chunks of lobster? No chunks of lobster here. My husband had me convinced that I'm bipolar. Weirdo, freaking gaslighting. Hopefully, is this still your husband? And the croutons are at a point now where they're like not soggy, but not crunchy anymore. Yeah, okay. I'm glad you got rid of him. Oh boy. Convinced you had bipolar. Maybe let an expert do a diagnosis. Yeah, definitely didn't have the credentials. No way. Maybe WebMD. Is it a real background? What do y'all think? Do you think it's a real? I will give you the answer, but if you had to guess, baby, is it a green screen or is it real? Cassidy says it's real. He says it's not, or they're not sure. That's fair. I psych it. Is undiagnosed because he's clearly. Yeah, I'm glad that your psychiatrist was able to not only give you a correct diagnosis, but also dunk on your ex. Definitely a green screen. Candace says it's real. Well, I'm not sure if I have the energy to go into the matrix today. If you know, you know. But I will say, it is a real background. It is real. All the people walking behind me are real. Matrix. I can't right now. I'm telling you, like when I say that these streams are using 100 110% of my internal battery. I'm not joking. Like before the stream and after the stream, I might as well be like, you might as well just power me down because I am like done. I do the streams because I love it and I want to hang out with y'all. But like if normally I normally have like 5 batteries to go on, and after stream I can do stuff. But right now I'm like barely at 1, and I'm going to use it to stream. But it does, for some reason, going into the Matrix is just a little step too far. But next time we're here, hopefully I'm like feeling a little better. Oh, did I just dip my hair into my tea? I think so. Am I mentally okay? Or are you exhausted from the surgery and maybe other things? Well, I think right at the point I'm at the point of recovery where mental health kind of like takes a front seat in terms of right now is when you start kind of, I think with any major surgery around this point in the recovery is when you feel a little depressed. From nothing in particular, just that like it's been a long recovery. It's a difficult recovery. You're past the worst of it, but like there's still more to go in terms of recovery. It's like a long road ahead. It's not like anything bad has happened. It's like a normal part of it. It's something that you have to factor in when you're recovering that. Like at the 3, 4, 5 week mark, like you're just going to naturally feel some depression. And I got COVID in the hospital, which is like the worst. It was so bad for my energy. So it's like hard for me to, you know what I mean? But I'm okay, but I'm tired and sleepy and experiencing some expected depression from everything. But these streams, if I'm being honest, are kind of like a wonderful distraction and a nice excuse to like pull myself out of that, if that makes sense. And that's y'all doing that for me, so thank you. We also got a few more gifts that came through. Some very generous gifts. The first is from, this is nice, someone's name starts with a J. It's a very, very kind gift. So I will just say J, because I'm not sure if this person wants to say so, that it's them. Go for it. But Jay sent $10. Thank you very much, Jay. That is so sweet of you. No subject line. Looking for the word today. No subject line. Just $10. Thank you very much. Please throw some gas tanks up for Jay. It's very sweet of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll give you a nice cheers, my friend. I'm not sure if I've seen your name come through on a gift before. Nor am I certain I've ever seen your name on a username before. Hello, Miriam. So if you're a silent listener, hi. If you're a first-time listener, hi. Whoever you are, maybe you're someone I already know and I just know your username, but I don't know that as your quote-unquote real name. Whoever you are, thank you for putting gas in the tank and allowing this stream to continue. Thanks. And also, wow, okay. This is someone whose name starts with A. A, are you here? And also, if you want me to say your name or identify you, let me know. But A, I'll get those gas tanks ready. It's fine. This is AIM, y'all. This is AIM. We love AIM. AIM has been here since more or less the beginning.
How we doing over here, guys?
More or less, right? Were you here pre-Cheesecake Factory? I'm not sure if you were. You might have been. Actually, you might have been. I really don't know. It's like so long ago at this point. I feel like you've been here since around the time of the Cheesecake Factory incident, right? 2 years ago? I think we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary. Does anyone know what day? I'll have to go and see what those posted at the same time. Gotcha. So right around 2 years. So we've known each other for about 2 years, which is crazy. So y'all, AIM sent $50. 50. That is a lot of dollars. Thank you so much. So quick. So on it. No, I don't have honey here, Becky, but I do have a cough drop. So we'll go ahead and pop in a cough drop because I need one. It's only one I started thinking about. Yeah, $50. That is a lot of money. A very non-insignificant amount of money. And lemon, gotcha, Becky. Gifts at this level, and really gifts of all levels, this stream, especially like or right now, right? Obviously, right now we're in sub only mode, so you have to be subscribed in order to comment, which is, just kind of a way of keeping the peace, and also to add a little bit of additional income. Oh, thank you, Vic. But anyone can still watch this for free, right? There's no like gate to watch it. You just can't comment. Simi will only be here for sub only. Yeah, right. That makes sense because it gets crazy when sub only is not on. My point is that when gifts come through, especially ones of this size, you're not just giving to me, right? Obviously, you're helping pay for the meal and all the other expenses that go with my existence. But you're also keeping the stream open. In some ways, the stream is kind of like a space that we rent. Lila says hi. She's my 2-year-old. Hello, Lila. Hi. How are you doing, Lila? And yes, I'm like running the space, and it is my full-time passion to keep the space open. But other people value the space in some ways just as much as I do. So thank you on behalf of me and on behalf of everyone who enjoys these streams. If you are someone who enjoys these streams, and especially if you're someone who isn't able to gift for whatever reason, AIM's gift helps the stream continue on everyone's behalf, including yours. So thank you, AIM. Love you. I appreciate you. Happy 2 years of knowing each other. That's so cool. Avoiding open streams is for my mental health. Simi, totally hear you. I totally hear you. That's huge. Thank you, AIM. Thank you. Let's take a big old sip of tea for AIM. Thank you very much. I don't think I've sent this via TikTok anyway. Oh no, you're totally good, Kathy. You're totally good. Thank you for those. Thank you. Okay. Several more gifts have come through. I wish more creators would do sub-only chat. I hear you, Maddie. I think thank you, Tiny. I'll read it in just a sec. I think maybe part of that is because I don't know. A lot of streams I'll come to are, I guess there's streams of all sizes. A lot of times when I see streams on TikTok, they're much smaller. So maybe it's harder to do sub only because you have to be a certain size in order to make that make sense. Because if you have sub only on and there's as many comments and there's not many comments, right? Like you're kind of just like ending the conversation. There was a time where I was kind of afraid to do sub only because there weren't that many subs. Because at the time I think it was like $10 to sub and only $10. So there's like 100 subs, which made it tough because like the conversation would just slow down a lot. But now, luckily, we're at a much better place. So it is like flowing. Anyways, a gift from, let's see. Thank you so much. This is from X. Hello, X. X sent $5. Thank you very much. And they said XO, which is very appropriate. I appreciate you, my friend. X, whoever you are. A relatively anonymous name, X. I know your real name's an X, but I appreciate it. Thank you for putting gas in the tank. Was that? Cheers. Thank you very much. Love you. I appreciate you. And I'm glad you're here. I need to refill my tea, don't I? Y'all are the best. Y'all are the best. I said it on Friday. I'll say it again. Hello, Mallory. The Lilies Lovelies are the best audience, fans, followers, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Lovely is the best word for it, but best group of people that I could ask for. And I wish it was just us and no one on the outside, but what are you going to do? How are the scallops? Haven't had them yet. Did that come out right? Haven't had them yet. Cheers. Thank you, X. Also, there's Tiny. Hi, Tiny. Tiny also sent $5. Thank you very much. And said, if it's a green screen, is Nugget your server? With a laughing emoji and a pink heart emoji. Good point. I think when people ask if it's a green screen, I don't know what the thinking is. I mean, I can get it because it is so gorgeous behind me. And I guess people do use green screens in general on this app. But yeah, if it was like in a studio, it would mean that there's a lot of people. I guess if it's a green screen, then the people walking behind me could just be filmed. But like the server, typically I don't have anyone else on the stream other than me and people who are just walking behind me. So I guess we could, in theory, pull that off. And there'd have to be someone here being my server. Yeah. It's not. I've been there. Vesper has been to this restaurant. Can confirm. Can confirm. Anyways, thank you very much, Heini. I appreciate you. Everything I eat looks so good. Look, I got good taste. What can I say? Lily's Lovelies, I love it. Yep, we love the Lily's Lovelies. It's been, I always forget who came up with it, but it was in the early days. We were kind of trying to figure out what to call people who were in the community, and Lovelies came up. I don't know who. I'm assuming whoever it was doesn't watch the streams anymore. This is what I'm pondering. What would be the point? I don't know. I don't know. Content made easier? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that people who assume I have a green screen are assuming in bad faith. I don't think that. I just don't think they're thinking that hard about it, which is fine because it's not your job to think hard. That's my job. Have I done a fit check? No, but we can do a fit check. Aim says, I was here for learning makeup and the rise and fall of Discord. Wow. You're talking about it, Aim, like chapters in a book or like a movie trilogy, which is true. Like Lily Stream 1, learning makeup. Lily Stream 2, the rise and fall of Discord. That's kind of like The Empire Strikes Back. Leg day and no leg day, right. Yeah, Nugget used to really struggle sometimes with standing. He's past that now, luckily, because we found him like a new regimen that really works. Oh, thank you, Becky. What would I rate my lobster bisque? Ooh. Solid 7. Really good. I mean, 10 being like, oh my God, this is life-changing. 7's really good. Like, I would eat that again, for sure. Really, really good. But yeah, no, just God, the rise and fall of Discord. I really, really wish we could have a Discord again. It really bums me out that we can't. Oh my God, that dog is so cute. It's just there's no way, unless everything was completely anonymous, which would completely almost negate the purpose of Discord because it's about community. So what is the point of it if everyone is anonymous? I don't know. I do miss it, but what does lobster bisque taste like? Good question, V-Mama. It's kind of like, if you can imagine like a creamy tomato soup, but less tomato, more lobster. You know? It's like a lobstery tomato soup with extra creamy, so more of like a seafood flavor, a little bit more depth than just like a regular tomato soup. Like flavor's a little bit more intricate. Yeah. What happened to the Discord? Basically, there was just a lot of bad actors in there. People who have no life, no reason to like, or no, they're just people with bad intentions who like would get to know people in the Discord and then flip on them and make people's life harder for, I don't know, to like laugh at them or something. But the point is that it got to a point where it was just too hard. We couldn't vet people. There was no way to know who was there with good and who was there with bad intentions. And it got to a point where it's just not worth it. Which is sad because it was like a really good thing in a lot of ways. Hopefully in the near future, some people will figure out how to block out hate so mods. So, sure, yeah, sure. I miss the friends, but some of the best weren't friends. It's true, yeah. A lot of people who we thought were like our best friends were actually just like miserable trolls. Really sad. Yeah. I don't even know who you're talking about, Tiny, but sure. A lot of nasty people and genuine people spreading positivity, but might happen sins on social media. Yeah, exactly. There's people who just are sad and angry at their life and have picked me and this community as like the reason for all their problems. Like whatever it is that's happening in the world, it's my fault. You know, the state of the world in 2025 is because of people like me, and if only I was gone, the world would be better, right? Like something to simplify, because the fact of the matter is that the world is a miserable place right now for like a lot of really terrible and complicated reasons. There's no like one thing that we can focus on that would fix what's going on, right? There's no like, well, if we just fixed this, it would get better. But some people can't handle that. They need there to be a way for things to be better. They need a villain, right? But there's a lot of villains. But people need one big villain. Our brains just aren't built to like deal with that many nasty things. So people will latch onto one person often, and that's not just for me. It's for a lot of people. You know, there's people out there who spend their lives just raging against Taylor Swift. And I'm not saying that I'm like anywhere near her level of being known, but it's a similar thing. Like you look at Taylor Swift haters, they spend all day, every day. They find community in hating one person. And it's like, y'all need therapy, and B, even if your efforts to take down Taylor Swift for some reason worked, and you know, her career ended, and it was all because y'all raged against her enough, the world is no better a place for it, right? It's sad. Anyways, sorry, I've been missing the chat a little bit. It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's just bad intentioned people. I love the Discord, but some people that were in there were exactly Elvia. What I use for my hair, I use leave-in conditioner. Thank you, Candace. Discord would be fun, but trolls are pathetic, truly. Back to the halfy stuff. They won't win. Oh, definitely not, Anne. Like, yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere. Just listen. People's words are usually a reflection of their reality, how they feel. That's not nice to have to hear it. Yeah, totally not. Or for writing. No, not at all. Just listen. Type more, please. Yeah, just leave in conditioner. You know, for the most part. Every once in a while, I'll condition in the shower, but you know. A couple gifts came through, at least one or two. The first one. Oh, wow. Wow, this isn't a name I've heard in a while. Wow, okay. So I'm just gonna anonymize this one. We'll say it's from Kay. Hello, Kay. Kay sent $20. Hello, Kay. And said, "Hi, remember me? Glad you are doing well. You look beautiful." Thank you very much. That is very sweet of you. Jeez. That's wow. Okay. Throw some gas tank emojis up for Kay. Thank you, Karma. We like, oh yeah, an Owen Wilson. I don't know if I can do it. It's you really need the lower lip for the wow, but wow. Anyways, thank you very much. It's good to see you and hear from you. I don't know if you've been watching the streams all along or just popped in today, but either way, hi, hello. Made you laugh. It is actually really hard to do it with a lower lip. That's a tough thing to do. You really need to like dig in with that lower lip. We do need an Owen Wilson wow emoji. We really need that. I think that's maybe the most important thing. It sounded like Lightning McQueen. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Karma. Lightning McQueen, voiced by Owen Wilson, the creator of Wow. That's Owen Wilson. Anyways, thank you, Kay. Glad to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. If you've been watching this whole time, thank you. If not, hope you're doing okay. Glad you're here. Thank you. Thank you for putting gas in the tank, my friend. Thank you. Hope you stick around. From almost 15 Celsius today to now snow falling, just here in Europe, the weather is strange. It's usually, perhaps Kay was someone I knew in person, perhaps. The motivational speaker. Wow. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Owen Wilson emoji. We'll get one. There was another one we needed. We needed a Mama Tino emoji too. Got to get one of those. It's so hot here in Australia today. Ugh. How hot? And can we get it in Fahrenheit? Or if you give it to us in Celsius, I'm sure someone can figure out the conversion. I can try to like guesstimate it. I tend to be okay at that. Like I know that 20 degrees Celsius is like something like in the 70s or something, somewhere around there. I could be wrong. Like 20 degrees is like comfortable. Oh, scallops are here.
Right here.
Thank you. All right. All right, y'all. We got Dayboat scallops. Dayboat scallops. Doesn't that look pretty? Pretty. We've got the scallops, an olive tapenade. I guess those are lentils. They look like lentils, or some sort of very lentil-like grain. Some sort of butternut squash thing. You can kind of see that there. Pretty good. I think some sort of like tomato or maybe pepper sauce. I guess that's with the olive tapenade. Some arugula, it looks like, on top. Very well balanced dish. 70 in Illinois. Nice. It's like probably like what, like 60 something here. I'm gonna guess 63, but there's also heaters, so it could be skewed. It is. No, I don't care what direction the wind is blowing. It says 60. Sure. Anyways, the texture is no good. You're not a fan of the texture here? Or just of the scallops? 73 in Alabama. Oh my. Yeah, I'm down. This weather is great, especially when I have a heater directly above me. All right, here we go. 58 New York, cool. We ordered half the menu from one of my favorite places. Good. Glad. All right. Boom. Cheers. The sear on these scallops, I know. Look, this place doesn't mess around. Here we go. That's really good. That's really good. I do believe these are lentils. Yeah, wow. The lentils are great, but the scallops really are the star here. Just perfectly cooked. Perfectly cooked. The olive tapenade adds that like brininess to it, saltiness. The butternut squash is like the opposite, like keeps that in check. Adds a little like very small touch of sweetness. 84 Fahrenheit, but 100 degrees humidity. Oof. That is pretty hot. With 100 degrees humidity hot. Yeah, too bad, Brittany. I wish. Mm. Oh, wow, that's really good. And the texture of the butternut squash can't be understated here. Like, adds kind of like a silky layer to everything because lentils are quite coarse and like grainy. The scallops themselves are chewy and pretty uniform, and it's just like a whole nother dimension of texture when you add in the butternut squash. Describe a scallop. How do I describe a scallop? How about I take a piece and kind of show you? They don't taste like seafood, really. Maybe a little bit, but I'll show you this. You can kind of see. Ooh, it's like, I would not call it rubbery, but it's chewy, soft. It's kind of like meat, but not. Buttery, sure. Very tender. It's good. I think that probably the look of it will probably tell you the most, give you the most information. Fishy? I wouldn't say it's that fishy. I'd say it's more like a shrimp, yeah. Maybe even less fishy than that. I've heard of some vegans being okay eating scallops because they don't have a central nervous system. So it's kind of, you could maybe think about it like a plant, kind of. And I know some vegans aren't like that too. They're really good. They're really good. That's really good. Come on. Wow, that's excellent. Oh, that olive came through really well on that last bite. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jay. This is a prime example of when you're at a seafood restaurant, you order seafood, and they know what they're doing. It's not always the case that you can order seafood and like feel safe, but here you can always feel safe. And I know exactly what they're doing with this. There's something on my. There we go. They just know. How's my dinner? Not bad so far. I'm very tired because of the time change, but I'm okay. Mm. Wow. Yes, the scallops are great. Delicious. This restaurant really knows what they're doing. Time change messing with you too? Yeah. I mean, I also, for some reason, didn't get to sleep early enough last night. My body just kind of kept me up for, I think, an hour or two past when I really wanted to be asleep. I might have gotten like 6 good hours. I've been getting close to 6 hours a lot lately, which is not ideal. My toxic trait is I think I can make all these at home. Well, hey, if you have the skill, there's nothing to stop you from it. But sometimes it's not just skill. The stuff you need to make it, like the kind of pans, materials, and also just like they make these over and over and over again and get them to be perfect. See ya, Aim. Love ya. Thank you for chilling with us. Like I bet you could get close, but it's just so much time to make this, and I yield to the expert, the restaurant chefs. That was really good. That was really good. So yummy. So yummy. And pretty healthy too. I mean, lentils, super healthy. Scallops, healthy. Butternut squash is all healthy. We had oysters and soup. Healthy but yummy. Yeah, you can pour small restaurants, exactly. Yes, thank you very much. Ooh, thank you. Could I have a dessert menu, please? Thank you. All right. I'll barely need to wash that plate. I know, right? I know. Ooh. Thank you. All right. Let's see what they got here. We've got several different types of dessert. Nugget could have done a better job. I'm sure he would have. They've got chocolate cream pie with peanut butter mousse and peanut pretzel brittle. Anything new with Nugget? Not really. Not really. He's at home. I haven't been bringing him out as much just because it's since I came back after FFS, mostly because it's just a lot of energy to bring him out. I brought him out once or twice, but he's good. He's good. Okay, so that is that one. There's also banana split, in quotes, brown butter ice cream with coconut caramel. That has alcohol in it, so I can't do that one. There's a walnut sticky toffee pudding with blood orange ice cream and nocino toffee sauce. I don't know what that is. That sounds pretty good. A lemon chiffon cake with huckleberries, buttermilk, creme anglaise, lemon olive oil sorbet. Interesting. And then an artisan cheese plate and homemade ice creams. So of these, the chocolate cream pie sounds good. See ya, Elvia. I got a lentil like deep in. There we go. Lemon sounds good. I mean the chocolate cream pie though, right? The sticky toffee pudding does sound good. I probably would go for the chocolate cream pie But the lemon chiffon cake, y'all are saying that does sound good. Berries, buttermilk. Kathy, do you have a recommendation here? I tend to be more of a chocolate girl, but if there's one in particular that you think I should try, you would know. Kathy says the only option is the chocolate one. It's a peanut butter mousse. I mean, it does sound pretty good. Haven't had them. Okay. Well, I can like yield to the server. Maybe they'll know because we gotta trust Kathy. Well, Kathy doesn't know, so. Well, there's two Kathys. There's Kathy with a C, who's in the UK, and Kathy with a K, whose husband owns this restaurant. Kathy would go with chocolate. Okay. Well, I'll present either chocolate or lemon to the server, and if they have a strong recommendation either way, do it. Why isn't Kathy a mod? Kathy could be a mod if Kathy wanted to be. Okay. Would you like to be a mod, Kathy? I love chocolate and peanut butter too. The chocolate sounds good, but it's brittle, too crunchy. Oh, it is brittle, isn't it? That's a really, really good point. That's a really good point. Maybe we should do the lemon. You are important, Kathy. You are important. What are you talking about? I'm talking about you as a mod, not the K with Kathy with a K. I'm talking about Kathy with a C. No offense to Kathy with a K. Blood orange ice cream. Yeah, sticky toffee pudding's not really my thing. I've had it, but it's not really my thing. Yeah, we'll ask. Maybe it is the lemon chiffon. Lemon oil. I'm not big into sorbet, though. We can also ask what their homemade ice creams are. I can also just eat around the brittle. Well, we'll see. We'll ask the server. We'll ask the server. That's why I didn't immediately say chocolate. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. But also, like, maybe it would be worth it. It's not like I couldn't eat it. It's just a little bit harder to eat. I have to go get my son's. Okay. See you, April. Have a good rest of your day. Hey, I'm between the chocolate pie and the lemon chiffon cake. Do you have a preference?
Well, the lemon grape with ice cream as well, and the chocolate just have the top with the chocolate, and this with the cake. I don't know, maybe like
Okay, we'll do the chocolate.
the chocolate. Okay. No. You got any coffee or more hot water?
Yeah, I'll take some more hot water. Thank you. You can take it if you want. Yeah, thank you. See you, Kimberly. Of course. Remembering Justin today. Love you. See ya. Yes. Yes, they're very nice here. Although I asked for their opinion and I got a description of the two things and not an opinion, which is fine. I'm not sure if that person is a server or a table helping person. Either way, I think the chocolate is probably the right call for me. I'm always saying I don't like lemon desserts. No, we just ordered dessert. I'm always saying I don't like lemon desserts, but then I keep having lemon desserts and they're always good. Never am I like, oh, I don't like this lemon dessert. And it's another example. I didn't order the lemon thing. You think the desserts just changed? That would make sense. The thing about the lemon chiffon cake that intrigues me is the buttermilk cream or creme anglaise. Because I love creme anglaise. I love it. I'm just always so hesitant when it comes to, I don't know why. Maybe it's just I didn't like it growing up. Oh, thank you. But I had a lemon bar over the weekend. It was great. What was the lemon dessert we had recently? I like lime desserts. We had the cheesecake, the limey kind of margarita cheesecake last Wednesday. That was fantastic. Kenzie hasn't found a lemon dessert that they like. I love fresh lemons, but not desserts. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Lemon can be very refreshing and light. I agree. I don't know why I have such like a prejudice against it in my mind. Especially because I keep enjoying lemon desserts. Thank you. Well, next time I'm here, if it's still available, we'll do the lemon chiffon cake. Because it does sound good. What can I say? What I have for dinner, yeah, you did. I'm sorry, Midwest. But we still have dessert coming. We had oysters. Then we had a lobster bisque. Then we had what was the other thing we had? We just ate it. It was a scallop dish. It was really good. I love lemon except for lemon meringue. Okay. I actually don't like meringue. I think it's too crunchy. If meringue is like kind of smushy, I'm okay with it. But when it's like just dry meringue cookies, don't want it. It's like just too much crunch and not enough of anything else. I like once it's like kind of dissolves in your mouth, but I don't like the first part where you have to like crack through it. I've never had a lemon dessert. Are they actually good? I think they can be. Lemon desserts, like there was another lemon dessert we had recently. What was it? On pie, it's soft. Okay, in that case, I'm here for it. If the meringue is soft on pie, I'm here for it. Oh, what was it? Y'all probably remember better than I did. We had this whole conversation last week or the week before because we had a dessert that had lemon in it. I'm trying to think. It wasn't at the Italian Mexican place. Was it at? No, it wasn't at the Italian place. I don't remember. Maybe it was the week. It's fluffy on pie. I got you, Cassidy. I really don't remember. But I did lemon sponge cake, maybe. Yeah, Poppy remembers the conversation, but not the dessert. I don't remember. If I could like lock down what restaurant, it wasn't One Market. It wasn't sushi. Where did we even go last week? Cheesecake, wasn't Cheesecake Factory. It was probably the first week back on the stream, right? I don't remember. You don't like gelatin texture of pie? Oh, okay, I see. Hello, Marcia. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. My friend makes the best lemon cookies with a lemon cake mix. Ooh, that sounds good. Was it Mexican? I don't think it was because I remember the dessert we had was a margarita cheesecake, which is lime. Maybe but that wasn't it. Because I love lime. I've never said I don't like lime desserts. My memory's failing me. Because where else did we go the week before last week? It was a dessert, not a polenta. Would we have gone? Would have been in Hayes Valley. I'm just like going through my mental list of restaurants and completely whiffing on where I think. Yeah, I don't know. They made it non-alcoholic. Yeah, they did. They did. This is going to drive me nuts too. And like I could go back through my streams. I don't want to though. Yeah, I don't know. Was it a play? Was it at home? Because the first Wednesday came back. It wasn't Mexican Italian because we did the margarita one, and that was citrus, but not lemon. It was specifically lemon. Was it in North Beach? And I haven't walked that far, so I'm like, there's like one I'm just blocking out from my memory for some reason. It wasn't at home. Oh my god, this is driving me crazy. It wasn't at Bar Sprez because we had ice cream that day. It wasn't as cheesecake, we had caramel cheesecake. It wasn't at the tea. I feel like you thank the same place. Yeah, all of our minds are fried. It wasn't Sprezzatura. It wasn't the Italian Mexican place because that was when we had the margarita cheesecake and that was not lemon. It wasn't a lemonade. We did have a lemonade though at the, or maybe was it because I had a lemonade at the Mexican Italian place? Was it the first time we went to the Italian Mexican place? We had a chocolate dessert and a churro dessert, so no. It could have been because I had a lemonade at Mexican Italian place. That's what it is. I think it was actually a lemon dessert. Maybe it was before the surgery, right? I will remember when I'm all, yeah. What I can do once I'm done with the stream is just like go through my stream recordings and see, just look at the restaurants we went to. Did we go to Epic last week? Yes, but not on stream. I went with a friend one night. I can make a video about it. Oh, here's the dessert. I think. Thank you. And could I have the check, please? Thank you. Dessert time. All right, this looks pretty good. You'll probably remember later and post a sub story. Exactly. Look at this. I mean, come on now. What if you only realize it was? No. It was One Market. It was One Market. I know this for sure now. I can tell you exactly what it was. I believe it was the Thursday or Friday of the first week I was back, so 2 weeks ago. They had a Meyer lemon cheesecake, which we were getting confused because we had a cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory and we had a margarita cheesecake at the Italian Mexican place. But I remember specifically this was a Meyer lemon cheesecake at one market. And that's when we had this conversation. Because I normally think about the butterscotch pudding at one market. Kathy, you did say cheesecake. You did. Kathy is right, as always. All right, here we go. This is the chocolate cream pie with peanut butter mousse. I'm assuming that's on the inside. And peanut pretzel brittle. Ooh, look at that. Because I love cheesecake and lemon with jelly. Looks so good, but the chocolate is... That's funny, Maddie. I get that. I didn't think of it, but now that you said it, I can't stop thinking about it. Thank you so much. Here, let me give you my card. Thank you so much. Okay, let's try it. That's nice. The peanut brittle is a little bit much for me, just with where I'm at with my mouth right now. But it is overall. Is it soft enough? Depends. Thank you. Oh yeah. If it weren't for the crunchy bits on top, this would be perfect. Nothing wrong with the crunchy bits. My mouth is not ready for crunchy bits. So it makes it a little bit harder, but it is delicious. Liz says, would I get more tattoos? Yes. And when you asked that question, I had brainwaves. I figured out the next step of of my tattoos. For a while, I've been thinking I want a sternum tattoo with like emanating things this way, and I still want that, but the concept just became a little bit clearer. I think I want it to be my spirit warrior, or like a visualization of like the fighter that I believe I am, and I want her to be right here. And so it's not going to be the pink Power Ranger, but it'll be something kind of like Art Nouveau style of a warrior with a lot of like pinkish color. That's what I want. A very intense tattoo that will require the correct artist that I need to figure out. But yeah, that's what I want. Phoenix with the wings under. That's in the right ballpark, but I definitely want a femme, like a woman, as the warrior. You have a tattoo appointment for over three Saturdays, or 3 Saturdays from now. You have a Phoenix hat? That's cool. I'm still not sure. Do you mean like you have 3 tattoos on 3 Saturdays? Or you have an appointment for a tattoo, 1 sitting, 3 tattoos? I think that's probably the most likely thing, right? Got it. This Saturday, 3 tattoos. Cool. What tattoos? The millennial ones? Oh no. Tell us about it. Sounds good, puppy. Traditional dragon inspired by Angelina Jolie. That's cool. That's really cool. I wouldn't mind a back tattoo either, but I definitely want the one on my sternum first. Already planning my next huge leg piece in your penis. That's awesome. Mm. That's really good. I'm really into this. The mousse is just so nice. It's like so creamy. And look, I love chocolate. Mm. Don't miss the pain, but a rose spiral around my foot ankle might be next. Cool. I heard those hurt. So, Harry Potter one. Oof. So lip tattoo, do you mean like under, like inside your lip? Welcome back, Caitlin. Oh, we have 10. It's a lot of tattoos. And those tattoos are expensive, so 10K could be just a couple. I want a leg tattoo so bad. 5'10" and all. This I understand too. Are we on dessert? That we are. That we are. Or we were on dessert. About not to be. Mm. Delicious. Stars on your foot, cool. All right. All ready to do some guessing? I was out of a 10. Another solid 7. Really good. Yeah, really solid. I would say the scallop, yeah, pretty much everything today came through at like a solid 7. Nothing blew my mind, but I'd definitely come here again. Really great service. Yeah, really nice. Yes, I heard it was temporary. Wait, what was temporary? Oh, the one on the inner lip? Oh, yeah. Was that not? All right. Here we go. Let's remind ourselves what we got, and we can play the guessing game. We got a hot tea, the 6 oysters, the soup, the scallops, and the chocolate pie. Go ahead and guess. Kyle is ready spaghetti. All right. One of y'all is very close, within $1. One of y'all is super duper 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 close. Like, one of y'all is like 17 cents off. Don't guess twice, please. If you guess twice, I'm going to disqualify you. We don't want a repeat of last Friday. With 3 people in a row who won had guessed twice, and we had to disqualify and everyone. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kenzie, you guessed $99.99. A fun number to guess. Pre-tip, it was $79.80. I tipped $20, bringing it to $99.80, bringing you 19 cents away. Pretty good, if you ask me, Kenzie. Pretty good. 19 cents, not bad. Cheers. I already know that Kenzie wins nothing. You win nothing. What makes you think you're going to get everything, though? Acting like I always give out everything, too? Don't be so presumptuous. All right, fine. Fine, you get everything, too. Don't take it for granted. Okay. Good meal. Okay. Well, this was very nice. Good hang. Good stream. Thank you for chilling. As always, I am not 100% sure what my schedule is currently. Normally, it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Y'all know that. Most of y'all know that. But because of my general surgery recovery being kind of touch and go, of some days I'm like super cool to do it, and then maybe the next day I'm like, I need to sleep today. Maybe tomorrow's stream, maybe not. But if for some reason I decide not to stream, you will know. I will post a sub-only video. I will say so. If I do decide to stream, I won't post a video. You can just assume. Thank you, Liz. And I wish you to be fully tatted too, Liz. Thank you, Tiny. I would triple check. I don't think I missed any gifts. We read all of them. Yes. Good. Thank you to everyone who gifted today. Thank you to my mods for being awesome today. Thank you to everyone who subscribed today. I think we're good. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, thank you. Love you. And until the next stream,